Today, we're going to be taking a look at some extremely rare CS2 skin patterns. There are hundreds of different pattern seeds that you can get on any skin in CS2, however, some skins have certain patterns that actually make the skin look very unique and stand out in the game. I will be giving away this knife at 15,000 subscribers. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below, and make sure your trade link or Steam ID is in the description of your YouTube channel. As I do in all my videos, I will be giving away a skin in this video. All you need to do, stick around, watch the entire video to find out how to enter. The first skin that we're going to be taking a look at is the XM Seasons. You can actually get a rare pattern with the blue leaf right in the center of the leaves. This one comes in pattern 26, 78, 115, or 130, and these patterns show the blue the most out of all the skins. You can actually pick this up on the Steam market for no overpay, since a lot of people don't go after this skin. Taking a look at the GLOCK 18 Moonrise, we can actually pick up the star pattern, which is centered on that little slider underneath the actual city skyline. It looks very cool, and the star that is centered is very rare and unique. You can pick this up in pattern 58, 59, 66, or 90, just to name a couple, where the star is actually in the center. Since we're already talking about the Moonrise skin, if you jump over to the UMP Moonrise, you can actually pick up a moonless Moonrise. This way there's no moon shown on the skin. This comes in pattern 56 or 61, and I definitely think it looks very cool since there's no moon shown. This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is an automated trading site with an insane amount of skins. Simply click the skins that you don't want from your inventory, click the skins you do want, and press trade. Use code CLAUDE to get up to $5 extra on your first trade when you spend $100, as well as a 35% deposit bonus. They also have freebies for daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. Link is in the description. Check it out today, and thanks again SkinsMonkey for sponsoring the video. The GALIL AR Sandstorm and the Tech 9 Sandstorm actually have a ton of different patterns that a lot of people try to find. One of them being the purple, all purple finish. This one is 583 or 761. These patterns give the skin an almost all purple finish, and it definitely looks very nice for a purple themed inventory. Another unique pattern with this skin is an all-white version. This comes in pattern 555 or 449, and I definitely think it looks very nice. There is a tiny bit of purple at the very front of the weapon, however, you can only really see it when you inspect it. Moving over to the 5.7 Cami, obviously there's a ton of different patterns on this one that people do like, one of those being pattern 662. We also have pattern 909 here, however, there are a few other options that I do personally like. One of my other favorite patterns on this skin is pattern 403. We have the double eye pattern where you have two large eyes on the very back of the skin looking at you, and I definitely think it looks very cool. Another pattern on this skin that looks very cool is the rectangle guy pattern in 114. It has a silhouette of a person with a triangle head, and if you look at the very top, you have those two eyes once again on that very tip of the weapon. I definitely think this is very unique and looks very cool. Jumping over to the P2000 Granite Marbleized, pattern 125 actually gives you a hamster pattern on the back of the skin. You can see right here on the bottom right before the glove, it looks like a hamster with a nose and the side of his whiskers. Definitely looks very unique, and this is the only pattern on this skin that actually has it. Jumping over to the UMP 45, we have the Minotaur's Labyrinth. This is pattern number 9. You can also pick this up in pattern 256, which actually has the Minotaur in the very center of the labyrinth. These are the only two patterns in the game where it actually is centered, and it definitely looks very unique. Next up, we have the P2000 Acid Etched. Pattern 782, this gives you the smile face pattern. As you can see on the back of the weapon, we have the green blob with a smiley face on it. Definitely looks very unique and stands out when you're walking around in game. Jumping over to the AWP Paw, we have two different options here. The first one here is the Gold Cat option. This is pattern number 41, and as you can see, the Gold Cat is in the center of the weapon, stands out a lot compared to all the other cats shown on this skin. The other pattern we have for this skin is the Stoner Cat. You can see here in the same position of the Gold Cat, we have a cat that looks very high, and it's pattern 420. Jumping over to the GLOCK 18 Grinder, this usually comes with a bit of orange, however in the all black pattern, this is pattern 916, it makes the gun pretty much all black with a tiny bit of highlights of orange and green throughout the skin. It definitely makes the skin very useful for sticker combos, and it's definitely a great pickup. I will be giving away this GALIL AR Eco in field tested condition. All you need to do is drop a like on this video and comment down below your favorite unique pattern that you did see in this video. Also let me know if you want to see some more of these videos. Jumping over to the GALIL AR Caution, this one here is actually another very position based skin. It actually changes where the caution tape is located. However, with this skin that I'm showing here, the caution tape isn't the main part of the skin. When you actually inspect it, you can see at the very back of the skin, there's a guy falling over. Looks like he slipped on something hazardous or caution. Obviously, it looks very unique, and there's only 2 patterns in the entire game with this person. This one here, pattern 93, definitely a great pickup. It's very hard to get since there aren't many of it. However, very cool. Moving over to the Mac 10 last drive, we have pattern 509, which actually has a green skull at the very back of the skin that has a snake coming out of the mouth, and when you inspect it, it actually shows it mirrored on both sides of the weapon. It's one of the only patterns on this skin that has the skull at the very back, and it's positioned very nicely. The color obviously matches nice with the orange, and it looks very unique. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. There's a ton of different skins in this game that I did not show with unique patterns, which I can cover in future videos if you did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.